Dean Baxendals joins me. He is a publisher of Optimum Publishing, and he's joining me to talk about politics because I put to you the other day, the Prime Minister chided the opposition saying, you guys are politicizing everything, you're polarizing everything, you're tearing Canada apart, and then he went on this virtually the same breath to tell the leader of opposition that he was supporting Putin, the Russian oligarch. I mean, are politics rotten to the core in Canada?
I think where we've come over the last 30 years has been absolutely a dead spiral to the bottom. And I think that today we look at each one of our polls in politics to look at the groups that we want to speak to.
Yep.
And we have politicians that are speaking specifically to those groups. And quite frankly, they're very narrow cast and have very little general messaging for the overall for people, period.
You put your finger on something that a number of people have observed in ages ago. When I was young in politics, you wanted to cast as wide a net as possible, so everybody would find something in your platform that they would like, and you get their votes. Now it seems it is very, very narrow, silos, different silos, and the heck with everybody else. Why is that?
Well, I think because it's the negative politics and the negative messaging has worked for so many politicians in trying to take down governments and leaders who have been in power. So this happens all over the world, and obviously we've seen what's happened from Donald Trump, and we actually see Pierre using similar kinds of tactics. Then on the other side, Trudeau and the Liberals will then attack the Conservatives.
Using the same tactics.
Absolutely, same tactics.
So do you think there's a chance, given time and given some of the lessons that people are learning, that some consensus builder is going to come out and say, you know what, we can do better?
Well, we certainly hope so. I was involved with a group called Center-Ice Canadians, and really what we're trying to do is actually bring common sense, common decency, and have a conversation amongst peers, left, right, or center. But let's have a conversation. Let's have a civilized conversation, not what we're having in the public domain right now.
Well, Dean, I've spoken to a number of people who say we may need to have a whole new party, not a liberal, not a conservative, and you look to some countries, in Europe, and they are creating new parties that are actually winning or getting big favor. Look what happened in Alberta. It's a brand new party there that's in power.
I think with the level of corruption and within our political apparatus today, probably a new party is not such a bad place to look. Starting anew and starting with, to regenerate institutions that ultimately can meet the demands and needs of a changing society today. I think the old institutions are somewhat broken, and those that are in power are not willing to reform them.
You and I have a big job ahead of us.
We do.
3 minutes. Dean, thank you very much. This country needs bold and fearless discussion of the issues that are confronting it. And the Trudeau government is censoring the news and paying other news providers. So we need to keep going. Please subscribe and please donate generously. The crew needs to be paid.